Hey, look, Miss Saotome is looking over here. She must be interested in me. Of course she is.
Leo, I'm here!
Done. Okay, it's time for lunch.
You look excited, Saotome. It's the same old staff cafeteria, though.
Food tastes especially good after you've worked hard. Would you like to eat together, Miss Kimura? My name is Leo Saotome, 24. I work in the projects department for a PR marketing company called Leave It to Us Ltd, aka Lidu for short. The work felt fulfilling, and I had good coworkers and supervisors, so it was fun. But there was one big issue with this workplace. Hey, Saotome, I'll take you out for a meal. Be grateful. Oh, Funakura. I was going to organize my tasks in the cafeteria, actually. Huh? Someone like me is inviting a lame guy like you and you're gonna say no? I don't think anything will be more educational for you than listening to a brilliant man like me speak. This is Daya Funakura. He was 2 years my senior in the same department. He loved to brag. Funakura always talks about himself. I don't really like him.
Funakura, you shouldn't push people. Also, stop being rude to Saotome.
Who cares? I'm paying, and it's true that this guy is lame. You just want to act like my senpai. In the end, I ended up going to lunch with Funakura. After lunch, I had to hand some papers to sales. I could have done it on my own, but for some reason, Funakura came with. Oh, it's Miss Saotome. He was looking at the manager of the sales department, Akari Saotome, who was 4 years older than me. I guess Funakura had a crush on her.
The only thing the client is interested in is whether we can produce results. The foundation of our work is the outline. Start with defining your goal clearly.
Miss Saotome was feared in the office. Rumors about her were known in other departments as well. You'd think she would be left alone, but many people respected her. She actually had fans, too. She was tougher on herself than anything else, and she took great care of her subordinates. Hey, look, Miss Saotome is looking over here. She must be interested in me. Of course she is. What's that reaction? Oh, you must feel awful because you two have the same last name, but she's beautiful and you're lame. If that's what you think, that's fine.
Oh, Saotome, you're here.
This is Shiori Mikage. She worked under Miss Saotome in the sales department. She was 2 years older than me. She was calm and responsible. I admired her. Here's the paperwork you requested.
Yes, thank you so much.
After that, the day ended without a hitch. I was heading home when I got a message from Miss Saotome.
Leo, good work today. Your hair's grown out. You look so sexy, it's crazy. You looked so cool when you came to sales today. I would have hugged you so hard if we weren't all at work.
My sister, she loves her brother too much. Miss Saotome was my older sister. She had been looking at me, not Funakura.
If I tell everyone that you're my brother, I'll probably brag about you all day. I won't get any work done, so let's keep our relationship a secret.
When I told her I was going to work at the same company, this is what she had told me. So, only a few trustworthy employees knew that we were siblings.
I might act casual at work, but my love for you is burning up, okay?
I think casual is better, actually. A few days later, Funakura forced me to go to the cafe again. Oh, it's my beloved Miss Saotome and the office beauty Mikage. Coincidentally, my sister and Miss Mikage were there, and unfortunately, Funakura saw them. This is perfect. We have to mingle with other departments sometimes. What? No, it looks serious and we'd be bothering them. Huh? You're so lame. Watch, I'll use my charm and make them sit with us. Funakura looked proud of himself. He brushed me aside and went to my sister's table. Miss Aotome, let us join.
You're Funakura from the projects department. We're talking about something important at work and don't have time.
That's why I think my knowledge will help.
If you have time to say lame stuff like that, worry about yourself. I've heard that you never come up with any good project ideas.
I'll get to it. I watched Funakura run away, nearly in tears, and walked over to my sister's table. Sorry about my senpai. Miss Mikage, I want to talk to you about the project. Do you have time later?
Okay, I think I'll be off at 5 today. How about tonight?
I'm free tonight too. Thank you. I'll see you later. That night, Miss Mikage and I were in the break room. Our main target is women in their late 20s and early 30s, right?
Yes, but recently we've been targeting too much, so we want to expand a little.
I see. We want to make sure our main target is satisfied. But we want to make an experience that is attractive to other age groups as well. Since working here, I've been discussing things with Miss Mikage from time. Thank you. I think we can come up with something good. An hour later, I thanked her with a smile. Miss Mikage smiled.
You're passionate, so I wanted to help you. I really respect that part of you.
No. You give me advice with your knowledge of sales, so I'm truly grateful. Please, let me thank you sometime.
Will you take me on a date sometime then?
What?
I'm kidding. I'll be looking forward to however you thank me.
Oh, okay. She was kidding, right? A few days later, on my day off, my sister asked me out on a date.
Neo, I'm here!
Akari. My sister hugged me. I felt a little embarrassed, but some of it was on me for thinking of this as one of my sister's positive traits.
Let's get going, let's go! Wow, amazing, so cool!
I was dragged to an apparel shop and turned into a dress-up doll for my sister. We're looking at a bunch of clothes for me, but do you want to look for something?
I'm fine. I brought you here so I can see you in different fits. OMG, my brother is so handsome, I'm dead!
Akari, your nose is bleeding.
I can't! Thank you, Lord!
Please, don't follow the light. You're causing a scene. In the end, I had to take care of my sister after she collapsed.
Today was fun. Thank you, Vale.
It was a nice break for me too, but please don't faint in the stores again. After my sister regained consciousness, we went to a restaurant.
Oh yeah, Vale. How is it with Shiori?
I spit out my water at her unexpected question. At work, they were supervisor and employee, but outside of work, Miss Mikage and my sister were friends. Miss Mikage helped me out with a project thing the other day. She's responsible and kind. I respect her.
You like her, right?
Well, yeah.
Aww. After a while, we're gonna have less time to spend together. I'm sad. I feel like my brother's been taken from me, but I'm rooting for you. I love you, and I love Shiori.
Thanks, sis. My sister was half in tears, but I felt grateful for her. I didn't realize then that someone was watching us from afar. What is this? Why is Saotome with her? Funakura happened to be at this restaurant too. How dare you, Saotome? I can't stand you being with someone better than me. And it's Miss Saotome? Since then, I would have weird feelings at work. The cause? Saotome, your project must be tough. Take breaks when you can. Here, I brought you your favorite coffee. Thank you. Funakura would always brag, but he was never kind. Suddenly, he was strangely kind. He keeps talking to me. What's he planning? A few days later, Miss Mikage, my sister, and I were at a restaurant for lunch. About Company A, I think we can add something here.
I also think we can set ourselves apart from our competition with this. I think it's a good catch, but...
We were talking about work when we heard a crass voice. Well, this is an interesting group. Funakura. Funakura glared at me for a second and smiled. I'm sorry. My kohai is bothering you two. I'll train him later. Still, aren't you working too much, Miss Saotome? How about we let Miss Mikage train him and you hang out with me?
I've been wanting to say this, but...
Yes? Funakura was laughing, but I noticed the change in my sister. She's really mad.
He and I have the same last name, right?
Yes, you do. I always thought you two were like night and day.
He's my little brother.
Huh? But he didn't say anything. My sister said that if I say I'm her brother, she won't be able to work because she'll be bragging about me. We've only told a few people that we're siblings.
I'm friends with her, so I knew, of course.
He seemed to know that my sister was telling the truth. Funakura got paler and paler.
I've heard that you've been mean to my precious brother.
It's a misunderstanding. I haven't done anything like that.
You know Kimura in your department? She's a big fan of mine. She always tells me information about Reo.
Kimura learned that we were siblings and has been sharing info with my sister. My sister knew a lot about my department because of Kimura.
I know more than anyone about my brother. He's hardworking and always gets back on his feet no matter what. Plus, he's handsome and cute at the same time. He smells good, and he has a strong build, so he's reliable. Oh yeah, 14 years ago, my brother made me food for my birthday. I just can't stop talking about him. He's amazing.
Sis, stop.
I can go on and on about my brother, but I'll leave it there. You've been trying to flirt with me for a while, but...
My sister placed her hand on my shoulder.
I'm sorry. The best man in the world is always by my side. Even if he weren't, you are not even in my line of sight.
That was the final blow. Funakura crumbled then and there.
This is a waste of time, and we're causing a scene. Our break's almost over, so let's go back. Funakura, I haven't really talked to you, but I hate you from the bottom of my heart. I respect Saotome's passion. Are you only able to maintain your pride by putting others down?
After we split up, Funakura was fuming on his way back. That little... This is all Saotome's fault. This isn't the end of it. I won't give up. If I just do that, Miss Saotome will probably... That day, Funakura and I were called out by the department head.
The projects you two will be presenting next time. Parts of them are exactly the same.
I looked at the proposals on the desk and gulped. The minor details were different, but the foundations were the same. Saotome, what's this? I can't believe you. Stealing your senpai's work to get ahead? I see. So that's how it is. He had been coming up to my desk to steal my project. Only parts were similar, so he didn't steal all the data. He looked at what I was working on and used what he thought was important. He said he was brilliant, so I didn't think he would do something this dumb. Miss Mikage and I had thought of this project together. This was an unexpected roadblock. I grit my teeth.
Excuse me? Miss Saotome and Miss Mikage? What's wrong? I heard Saotome here was in trouble. If the projects are the same, I'm sure the person who came up with it understands it best. You're right. I was going to ask Funakura about that.
What?
Funakura, you understand the contents of the project, right?
Funakura's public humiliation began.
Company A's soda water event, Clear Like Me, is the tagline. But where did it come from?
Oh, yeah. I thought a dad joke would be nice.
For women in their 20s and 30s? Okay, how are we setting ourselves apart from Company C's concept?
Company C is for health-conscious women, so Company A can go for people on diets.
Huh? So is there data that Company A's water has weight loss effects? Ugh. I thought as much. Funakura, your proposal is disconnected and I didn't understand it. If you thought you could trick us with this, you're just dumb. You stole a project from your co-hide. You know what that means, right?
Afterward, Funakura was suspended. After his misconduct was proven, he was demoted.
I can't believe Funakura. He stole a project from Saotome. He's so responsible and hardworking. He must have been jealous of his talent. Arrogant people like that tend to have low self-confidence.
Rumors spread that he stole the project, and Funakura knew. Funakura never came at me or flirted with my sister again.
Amazing! I haven't seen a Shamu show in a long time. They're so cute.
On my day off, I took Miss Mikage to an aquarium as my thanks to her. Yeah, so cute and cool.
Saotome, thank you for taking me here today. Will you go out with me again? Not just as a thanks?
Miss Mikage, yes. After enjoying the aquarium, I took Miss Mikage to a park for a night view. To be honest, I had made up my mind about something today. Miss Mikage was sharp. She probably knew. Miss Mikage? No, Shiori? I need to tell you something.
Yes?
As we talked about work, I fell for you. Will you go out with me?
I like you too, Saotome. No, Theo. I'd love to be by your side.
Under the night sky, we saw stars in each other's eyes. The stars got closer. As our eyes closed, I felt warmth and love rush through my body.
Moshimizu, nice to meet you. Nice attitude. This handsome, capable guy's coming to my team.
Ogata, Ito, got a minute? 30 minutes after the 9 a.m. start, caught by the manager, I, Kentaro Ogata, pause my work and stand up. This is the Nagoya branch sales department of Actuary Matomo Inc. What is it, Manager Kuwana? He's Noboru Kuwana, who transferred from the HQ 3 years ago when the web development division was launched. Yup, it's about the new mid-career hires. His transfer was partly due to big changes in HQ personnel, but mainly to rebuild this branch. Yes, the truth is, the previous manager's skills had declined, and the Nagoya branch had been falling apart for a year. It was nearly shut down, but Kuwana managed to turn things around in just 1 year, even after a string of deficits. He's only 2 years older than me. No wonder he was a candidate for the next HQ manager. Instead, Kazuya Hashimoto, one of his former subordinates, was appointed manager at HQ. He's my age, 29, and already a manager. I have nothing but respect for both of them.
So, So, we're getting new hires? It's been a while.
Yeah, we restarted new grad hiring in Nagoya last year, and that kept us pretty busy. But now things are more stable, so we're slowly starting mid-career hiring to boost our profit targets.
You really helped me back then.
She says with a smile. She's Sakura Ito, one of only 3 assistant managers here. She was promoted to assistant manager this year after joining as a new grad last year. They're still finishing up training with HR, but I wanted to share this with you ahead of time. We looked up the resumes Kuwana gave us. 2 people will be assigned at the same time. I'll leave it up to you two to decide who goes to which team. 1 man, 1 woman. 1 experienced, 1 inexperienced. And the experienced ones from a rival firm. The experienced one from a rival will obviously be more ready to go. But if I'm training them, I prefer a guy over a girl. I'm good with either. I'll leave it to you, Ito.
Got it, then.
Of course she picked that one. For a moment, Ito glared at me like she was annoyed. But that's how we ended up preparing to welcome the new hires. Then the following week, this is Assistant Manager Ogata from Sales Division 1 and Assistant Manager Ito from Division 2. You two will join their respective teams.
I'm Momo Shimizu. Nice to meet you.
The 2 mid-career hires, now finished with training, arrived in the sales department. I worked front of a house at a restaurant my last job. I'm Chuya Yusui. I changed careers to build funds to one day open my own place. I'll give it my all.
Nice attitude. This handsome, capable guy's coming to my team.
With those words, Ito glanced my way with a triumphant smirk as I stood frozen. She probably thinks I regret my choice of assignment. But I don't. Or maybe I do. For a completely different reason. Because... so short. Right, Shimizu-san. The experienced hire turned out to be quite petite. Well, height has nothing to do with personality, but still. What am I gonna do? I'm already bad at training female staff. Can I even work with her? I'm over 190 centimeters tall, big and expressive, and not great with words. People, especially women and kids, tend to find me scary. Plus, I was in an all-boy kendo club through middle and high school, so I still don't really know how to talk to women. She seems even more timid than I imagined. In this line of work, some quit in just 3 days if they're mentally fragile. No, that's not the point right now. I'm Ogata from Division 1. Nice to meet you, Shimizu-san.
I'm Momo Shimizu. Nice to meet you.
Staggered by how much she resembled a small animal, I managed to switch into assistant manager mode. And so, full of anxiety, I welcomed the new mid-career hire. You probably heard this during training, but after showing her to her seat, I immediately started explaining the job. We're a venture company, so we need people who can hit the ground running, especially experienced hires. For new hires, we usually have them call small businesses where they can directly reach the owner. But experienced hires have full freedom. Pick whatever approach works best for you.
I learned that in training, so it's okay if I just do cold calls, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's best if you can do both. But I think it's better to focus on your strength.
Huh?
I heard you're good at cold calling, right?
Yes?
Then, would you rather stick to cold calls? Of course, you're welcome to do sales visits if you want to.
I'd like to stick to cold calls. Please?
She declared it so clearly I was taken aback. Right. Then, Shimizu-san, you'll focus on cold calling. Let's decide on an industry to target today. Then, based on that, we'll create your script. gather some leads, and start calling from tomorrow.
I'd like to focus on the food service industry. I've already prepared a script.
When I looked at the script she handed me, impressive. It's solid. Probably thanks to some practice during training, it was well structured and usable in our company without any habits from her previous job. By the way, a script is the basic outline for a cold call. For someone like Manager Kawana, though, a script isn't even necessary.
Sei-kun, you'll start with cold calling too. Got a preferred industry? Food service maybe?
Yes! I've worked with food services before, so I think it'll be easier for me. I was even being considered for a promotion to manager at my last place.
Really? That's impressive. Okay, let's have you target food service too. We'll start by building a script. You should still have the one you used in training, right? Try modifying that for food service first.
So Shimizu-san started gathering leads for the food industry ahead of schedule today. And Yusui-kun began working on his script. Then in the afternoon, during the 3-4 p.m. idle time, typical for restaurants between prep and service, we decided to try some actual cold calling, but then...
Sorry to bother you during such a busy time. I'm Shimizu from Actuary Matomo Inc.
As soon as the calling started, I froze. Shimizu-san, who had been so timid before, now spoke clearly and confidently. And who might you be?
That's exactly what so many owners say, so that's perfect timing. I'd love to stop by and explain with some materials. Your restaurant's lunch ends at 2 p.m., right? I figured you need about 30 minutes to clean up, so I was thinking of coming around 2:30? Would tomorrow or the day after be better for you?
Before I realized, she was already moving into the close. A few of the remaining office employees held their breath as they watched. 3 minutes passed.
Whew.
That's amazing, Shimizu. You already got an appointment? As Manager Kawana said that, applause and cheers broke out. She's beyond expectations. Even the best hires usually need time to adjust to a new company's style. But she got an appointment with just a few calls. That alone is impressive. But it wasn't just that. She even asked them to have their bank book and seal ready at the close. Yes, that's what really set her apart. The reason her close took about 3 minutes was because of that instruction.
Thank you so much. With restaurant owners, they might make a decision on their own. So I thought they might decide on the spot. Just wanted to be prepared.
The best part of closing on the spot is eliminating the risk of actually, never mind, later. Of course, I want them to be sure before signing. But from a sales standpoint, if we can get a decision then and there, it saves time and reduces risk. And if they're willing to hear the full close, even if it takes time, it means they're genuinely interested, so the lead is high quality. That was incredible, Shimizu-san. Honestly, our small team can't afford to waste time on bad leads. That's why good leads are such a huge help. Thank you.
Not at all. It might have just been luck. So I'll stay focused and keep working hard.
Since Shimizu-san wants to stick to cold calling, I passed the lead to another team member. That's how Shimizu-san's first day ended on a high note. Meanwhile...
Huh. I totally thought she'd quit right away. But she's got skills.
Assistant Manager Ito immediately changed her view of Shimizu-san.
Well, she has experience. Usui-kun, you're starting fresh, so of course there'll be a gap at first. No need to rush. Let's go at our own pace.
Yes, I'll practice over and over until I get results. Leave it to me. Alright, in the end, Shimizu's first appointment didn't result in a sale. They got as far as the contract signing, but the credit card screening didn't pass. But 2 weeks later, on a day off, I was out shopping for a gift to celebrate her first successful sale.
No way! I can't believe you'd actually buy me something just for my first order.
Yeah, that first appointment didn't work out, but the second one did. Well, it's kind of a tradition here. From now on, if you hit your monthly goal, the assistant manager will buy you something.
Wait, but won't that be hard on the assistant manager's wallet?
We've got an incentive system. The ones with the best numbers become assistants, so they're top earners. A little celebration gift is nothing.
But the manager said you might as well ask for high-end brands. So this Kokomo...
Ah, I heard young women like Nunu. I see now. It really is cute.
60,000 yen?
I thought a business card holder would be good. But what kind does Shimizu like? Maybe something simpler, like the Luvda brand this lady here recommends.
Luvda's even more expensive, right? I really can't accept this. I'm grateful, but it's just too expensive.
We stepped outside the store and Shimizu told me that. Shimizu, our company's policy is, if you are a salesperson, earn well, eat well, and wear good stuff. It might sound flashy or materialistic, but that's not the point. The more things you experience, the better you'll be at thinking and feeling. Honestly, nowadays, good products and solid systems sell themselves. Yet salespeople still exist because trust in the person behind the product still matters. So, what kind of salesperson earns that trust? Of course, you need product knowledge and some psychological tricks, and it depends on the customer. But ultimately, it's about being someone people feel they can count on. So I want you to have lots of experiences, failures, and successes to grow as a person. Wearing something expensive is part of that experience. If you wear it, still think it's not for you, that's fine. Suddenly realizing, crap, I rambled again. Did it come off preachy? Did I scare her? As I panicked inside.
I never thought about it that way. Honestly, I just thought it was kind of flashy and gross.
She looked confused, but she wasn't panicked. Totally different than I'd expected.
Assistant Ogata? The reason I joined this company was because they told me I could do only telemarketing if I had the skills. As you know, I was in the sales department of a rival company. Unlike here, they didn't let me focus just on telemarketing.
That rival company targeted the same clientele as us.
I understand it's the sales department, so sales are part of the job. But I'm really bad at it. I know it's not for me. That's why when you said on the first day, better to grow what you're good at, I was honestly so happy. Since I can't do sales, I wanted to contribute through telemarketing as much as I could. So I figured I'd hardly visit clients, and a business card holder would just go to waste.
Well, it's about subtly showing clients that you're successful and trustworthy. But it's not about showing off, so don't worry about that.
Okay. You're right. It's not good to dismiss things before experiencing them. For my own growth, I'll try eating good food and wearing good stuff. And since I won't be doing field sales, I'll just keep racking up appointments non-stop.
Yeah, then let's keep looking around.
Yes! I want to check out Sereneko too.
Oh, nice. There should be one nearby. Let's go look. In the end, we settled on a Sereneko business card holder for her first sale gift. And somehow, the awkward distance between us began to feel more natural from that day on. After that, Shimizu kept booking more and more appointments, even after expanded client types and started targeting larger companies. Her telemarketing skills kept our number climbing. Meanwhile, Assistant Ito's team was constantly struggling with their figures. That's because Yusui was contributing absolutely nothing.
Get it together already! You messed up again? Do you even know how many times that makes?
About 5 months after Yusui joined, Ito was yelling at him practically every day. Sorry. Mid-career hires usually get their first sale by the 3rd month at the latest. But Yusui still hadn't landed a single appointment or contract. Desperate, Ito assigned him to only do field sales to get that first win.
Today's lead was high quality, someone who clearly wanted to sign during the appointment. There was plenty of time, they had a great attitude. Even a new grad could have closed that one unless they really blew it. So what happened?
She took a deep breath, calmed down, and asked. Impressive, considering she's only in her 2nd year, but I messed up the contract forms too many times.
What? Messed up the forms?
As soon as she heard the reason, she exploded again. Hearing it out loud made it worse, and I couldn't understand why.
That was covered during your training before placement.
I did it perfectly back then, but I haven't done it since, so I forgot.
Didn't you say you'd keep practicing over and over? Was that a lie? You've been going to sales meetings all this time. How could you forget something like that? It's been 5 months.
I'm really sorry.
Ogata, your team met its target this month, right? Why not take Shimizu out for some tea? There's a nice cafe 5 minutes away. Grab some cake and unwind a little.
With that, Manager Kuwana handed me a 5,000 bill, and Ito's rage today didn't look like it cooled down anytime soon. Thanks. Shimizu, you can stop the cold call for today? Let's go get some tea. Don't need your wallet, just bring your phone, okay?
Okay.
Seeing Shimizu nod firmly, I started getting ready to head out too. But things were going great at first. They praised me for knowing my stuff, saying it made sense since I came from the food service industry. When I said my old company still wants me back and even offered a manager position, they started trusting me more.
And yet, why are you bringing that up now? We're talking about the contract forms you couldn't fill out. Are you trying to brag about how capable you are right now? Enough with the smooth talk and excuses. No matter how much praise you get, it's worthless if you can't close the deal.
Just as I finished getting ready and was about to leave the office, while hearing Ito's angry voice.
Even a dropout high school grad became an assistant manager, and yet you, a college graduate, can't even handle this? We're doing a full review starting now. Get back here. Ogata?
About 2 hours later, we finished our tea and returned to the office. But Yusui didn't come back by the end of the workday. In fact, the next day and the day after that, he never showed up again. And then, 3 days after his unexcused absence,
Ito, I think Yusui's gone. You should assume he's not coming back.
Kuwana had called Assistant Manager Ito to the meeting room for a talk.
I see. Well, I haven't been able to reach him at all either, so that's probably it.
Even if you can't reach him, the company can't punish Yusui for this. It's still considered unpaid labor, so by labor law, we have to pay him his wages.
Oh, it's frustrating. After all that training I put into him.
Still, it's not like there's nothing we can do. That part's already taken care of. Ito, in the end, I believe this experience was something you needed.
What do you mean?
I let you and Ogata decide the placement this time. I did that because I wanted to see how you'd think.
Huh?
Let me be blunt. You look down on people based on their education, don't you?
Ito is one of the few high achievers academically in this company. At HQ, there's apparently a sub-manager who's an ultra-elite high-risk from an overseas university. But aside from that rare case, Ito probably has the highest academic background in the company.
You may think you're hiding it, but it's obvious. Especially when it comes to Ogata, who's a late bloomer and only has a high school diploma.
That's not what I meant at all.
Then what about what you said to Yusui the other day? Even a dropout high school grad become a sub-manager, and yet you, a college graduate, can't even handle this? That's what you said, right? I remember it clearly. You didn't name names, but you meant Ogata. Sure, most mid-hires become sub-managers within a year, and Ogata took 2.
Yeah, I joined as a mid-hire when this Nagoya branch opened at 23, but I struggled to line appointments or sales. It wasn't until I was 25 that I finally started getting results and became a sub. A year later, Kuwana transferred in.
But it wasn't because he was a high school grad, and it's no excuse to look down at him. Also, Ogata is the one who practically held this crumbling Nagoya branch together for a whole year by himself. Even with a small budget, managing an entire branch alone is an insane feat. You get that, don't you? Physically and mentally, he's someone worthy of nothing but respect. To look down on that just because of his education or how long it took him to flourish, that's pure arrogance. The only reason he's older than that average sub is because he's been in the role longer. Frankly, he's already qualified to be a manager, but we decided it'd be faster to bring me in to rebuild the branch for now. Honestly, I debated until the last minute whether I should even promote you.
Huh?
But I decided to do it, because I believed making you a sub would help you grow more. I also let you decide between Shimizu and Yusui because I wanted to see how you'd judge them. And in the end, you chose based on not on experience, but on education and appearance. That choice made it clear you haven't grown yet.
Ito was silent for a while, then cautiously asked,
Kuwana, did you know that Usui wouldn't work out?
Nope, not quite. But I've seen a lot of people quit. I did get the sense he wouldn't last long. But I did know Shimizu will be a quick asset. I was the one who recommended her to this company.
What?
And I also figured Ogata will probably let you make the call. With all his experience as a sub, he doesn't care much about whether someone's experienced or not. More importantly, I figured he'd prioritize your choice at the less experienced sub. You knew that too, didn't you? That's why you looked so annoyed when he said, "I'll leave it to you." This turned into a long talk, but that's why I think the experience was necessary for you. Just like how Shimizu, a junior college grad, turned out better than Yusui, who had a university degree. Having a higher education doesn't always mean better ability. There are plenty of excellent people like Ogata even with just a high school diploma. You need to take that to heart if you want to continue as an assistant manager.
With that, Manager Kuwana left the meeting room. All that was left was a cup of untouched coffee. And Ito, silently crying in frustration, lips trembling. Now let's talk a bit about Yusui. I can't take this anymore. I was never cut out for sales. On the other day he got chewed out by Ito, Yusui dragged himself home instead of going to work. What should I do? I don't want to go back, but I have to. But for days, he was stuck in that endless loop of self-doubt. But yeah, not everything suits everyone. I'm going back to my old job. Luckily, Yusui had left all the company property, except his business cards, on his desk. He figured just holding on to the cards wouldn't be an issue, and fully committed to ghosting. Turns out, getting blacklisted is usually just within the same industry. I want to go back to food service anyway. They even said they wanted me back. Forget starting my own business. I'm better off getting promoted in my old job. It just makes sense for me. No issue at all. Hello, manager. It's Yusui from before. Long time no see. I've been thinking it over, and I'd really love to come back. So, Yusui contacted his old job right away. He expected a warm welcome, but the response wasn't what he imagined.
Oh, hey, long time. Sorry, but I need to retract the offer for the manager role.
Huh?
Sui, did you actually submit your resignation at your current job?
Huh? Yep. Despite all that proud talk about his past experience, he had openly mentioned the restaurant name at work. Sensing something was off when Yusui didn't return that day, Manager Kuwana visited his old workplace the next day pretending to be a customer and explained the situation.
You probably had a hard time in a completely new industry. Giving up is one option when things don't work out. But ghosting like this, that's not okay. If you want to stand by your choices, you need to do it properly. Sorry, but I can't hire someone who talks a big game but doesn't show any sense of responsibility. Given our long history, I can offer you a spot as a part-timer. That's all.
And so, due to that whole ordeal, Yusui ended up getting blacklisted from the food service industry too, which led him to be becoming a freelancer, taking on contract work. I hate this. I was supposed to be a manager. Then again, just being offered the role doesn't mean he was actually qualified to manage a restaurant. Clinging to past glory and running from failure, he ghosted yet again. And eventually, he was even hit with a claim for damages.
Sub-Manager Ogata, you really are amazing.
A few days after Yusui disappeared, we were here today celebrating yet another one of Shimizu's Go achievements. She'd said she wanted to try high-end sushi this time, so we came to a fancy sushi restaurant. By the way, after that, Ito did apologize to me. Since then, her attitude's been fine. Nah, I'm just too stubborn to give up. Unlike you, Shimizu, I wasn't good at cold calls or walk-ins. I had nothing I was naturally good at.
So that's why you said it's better to focus on strengths. But to work hard without having a strength, I think that's way more impressive. You must be incredibly responsible and strong-willed. You're a genius of hard work.
People who become assistant manager or managers usually have some kind of talent for sales. For example, Manager Kuwana is extremely good at closing unexpected deals. Shimizu's case is a perfect example. So, how did Manager Kuwana even discover you?
Well, apparently he had a hunch for a while that there was a great cold caller somewhere. Then he analyzed the pattern of mistakes and traced it back to me, and scouted me directly.
Unreal. That guy once tracked down partner firms when he worked at HQ. There are rumors his private life has been rough, but to me, he's just an insanely talented boss.
One tuna sushi coming up?
It's delicious!
Everyone's got different talents, so sometimes what you want to do and what you're good at don't match. But how you reconcile that, and what choices you make, that's up to you. So with that said, hey Shimizu, I know this might be out of line given my position. That's why I want you to hear this not as your boss, but just privately. I like you. Sorry, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, things have been a little awkward between us lately, and I know exactly why. Because of her response, our relationship has felt less natural than it did before. But maybe that's just our way. I'm bad at love, but I still want to choose the path where I become her partner.